I'm gonna solve a bunch of chess puzzles as fast as I can. Let's see how I do.
How do we solve this one? Easy. Recognize that if you bring the queen over to f5, you create a battery along this diagonal, threatening to bring queen over to h7, which will cause an immediate checkmate to black's king. The only way to defend this immediate threat is to bring the pawn up to g6, giving up defense of this bishop, in which case white can simply take the bishop, black takes back, and white takes black's queen and is now up 3 points. Here, white's king is under attack, and they choose to move to d1, but that is actually a fatal decision. We take advantage of their mistake by bringing our queen over to g4. The only move that is legal, remember, black cannot move at all. Sorry, white cannot move at all. They have to bring their queen over here. We simply bring our rook over here, then this is where the decoy and deflection occurs. White can no longer defend their queen because they have to eat our rook, in which case we eat white's queen and now we win the queen. Here, the best move is to bring our bishop over to b5, putting the king in check. Black has two moves, either here or here. If black moves to f7, we simply give another check, and this is attack on the queen, which is a fork. The best move is to take, in which case we win the queen. The other option black has, if they choose not to go to f7, is to simply go to d8. What we can do now is give another check with our bishop like this, and this is a double check, which is great because this means the king has to move. The king's only viable option is here, and now we bring our rook over to d8, and this is actually checkmate. Notice that the queen is pinning the bishop on b7. That's going to be very important to the solution to this chess puzzle. Okay, look, the solution here is we first take the bishop on b7, in which case the queen will simply take. Human nature, that's fine. But now we give a discovered attack on the queen by checking the king with our knight. They can take or we'll do whatever, and we win the queen. Our opponent's king is under attack. They go to g4, and this is actually a fatal decision. We simply bring our pawn over like this, and taking the pawn is actually forced. There's no other option. We bring our rook over like this, and the king only has two options. This is not recommended because then we can simply win with checkmate like this. So the only other option is the king to move like this, in which case we simply bring our rook down here, and the king has to go here. There's no other option, and we bring our rook over like this. The king is boxed in, no legal move for the king. The only legal move the white has is to take our rook. We take our queen back, and this is a fork on the king and the rook. The king could go here, and then we win the rook. And I'm pretty sure you can win the game as black like this.